Hey gang, it's Tim. Today I really wanted to talk about time travel planning. This is a key corollary to the fully forward future planning. Fully forward future is where you set your goals and create meaningful attachments to them so that they're emotionally important, so that they're really important to you as a person, and so that you can stretch and create new resources within yourself to achieve them. But time travel planning is especially important for groups who are process driven and for entrepreneurs and startups and agencies who really want to grow their business. So here's the scene. Just imagine it's New Year's Eve 2 years from now, and you're reflecting on all that you've accomplished. So you need to really put yourself into that state. And then what you need to do is you need to remember backwards what you did to accomplish those milestones. So for instance, I was just working with an entrepreneur who really wants to hit $4 million in sales this year. She had to put herself into the state where we even talked right through her defining what she was wearing, what kind of champagne she was drinking, and she would walk backwards, remembering that she signed customers that were of this size. And then I simply asked her, what did you do to sign those customers? What processes did you need to build? And so she had to think about these things in this imaginative state, in this state of remembering, because each one of you probably actually already knows everything that you need to do to grow, scale, and make your business successful. But you don't think about it as a plan. So much like starting a maze backwards, which almost everybody feels is easier, if you start remembering your success before it happens, I know this sounds a little crazy, but this is really powerful. If you can remember backwards from a place in the future, you then start to realize the places that you need to build. So if you're remembering backwards, and in order to get to that $4 million in revenue, you needed to sign 3 new customers that were double your current average contract value right now. What would you need to do to support them? Would you need new staff? Would you need new technology? What would you need in order to support that dream? So you can deduce what you need by starting at where you want to be and remembering backwards. And this is a crucial part of the triple this philosophy, because triple this is really about picking a set of meaningful, measurable goals and creating accountability so that you can achieve them. And a big part of accountability is understanding what milestones you need to hit before you hit the goal. And for most businesses, for most startups and agencies, this is about process. This is about the pieces that are missing. This isn't about working harder or spending more money. Usually it's about creating things. And so if you were able to remember backwards from this imaginary state of success, exactly what you did, you actually have all those pieces. Rarely do you get to a point in your business when you're imagining, I just don't know what to do. Because you do know what to do. You know how to do your business. You wouldn't have started this business. You wouldn't be in this business. You wouldn't be leading this team if you didn't know what to do. But what you really need to learn from this time travel planning piece is the ability to sort of remove the limitations that you currently have. We often get blocked because when we're looking forward, all we can see are the things that we don't have. When you move backwards from the state of imaginary success, you're able to think, okay, I was able to do this because I did this first, and I did that previously. And once we record those, we actually create a very good and cogent set of milestones that you can hit. This is really powerful because it leverages what you know so well, which is your business, your team, your staff, and it forces you to think sequentially. But rather than moving forward, because that's incremental thinking and you might not make the same choices. When you're thinking about your success at scale and you're pulling that backwards one step at a time, you will realize that there are certain plateaus that you need to hit in order to be able to sort of satisfy those big customers, those 4 customers that have an annual contract value that's twice what you're used to. You're going to need something. So you know what your plateau is right now. You know the way you currently service a customer. How do you scale that? And that's the problem that you start to solve through time travel planning, because you realize that there's a delta between where you are and where you want to be, and you've started to outline those steps. Once we outline those steps that you need to take, we set those as milestones before your goal, and then we are able to move into this day, this week, this month kind of accountability planning, which we'll get into soon. But truly, time travel planning, it is highly imaginative, right? You have to give yourself into the process. You have to believe that you can remember this stuff that hasn't happened. But you can do it because it leverages all parts of you. It leverages your imagination. It leverages your logical part, because as we go backwards and remember these things that haven't happened yet, you're able to connect your current state to your desired future state. So we're able to sort of say, okay, if we need to get from here to here, what do we need to do? Because you can't get from here to your goal unless you know, unless you've understood how to get here. And that really is incredibly powerful. So time travel planning is a key and crucial part of the TRIPLETHIS growth platform. And I know it sounds funny. It sounds hinky, but time travel planning leverages all parts of you so that you can be fully invested in creating the plan of success for your business. And that's why you're listening to this video, because you are ready. You know that it is time to bring your logic and your emotions together so that you can create a powerful plan so you can achieve those goals that we put together in our fully forward future. Thanks. Talk to you soon.